He said he'll take a couple more.
How about opening or another box? I think you're the second boxing fight at the T-Mobile Arena. I've always wanted to be in that arena. I bet you probably. Does you feel some sort of way? A brand new Las Vegas sports arena to fight in.
I mean, I'm excited about it. And honestly, I did want to fight the old MGM, and I do want to fight the old MGM at some point. But of course, it's a new arena. It's a new chapter, and to be a part of it.
When you're a new pay-per-view fighter, it almost seems fitting, right?
But like I said, I'm old school, man. Like I've been to so many fights in that arena where I want to taste that air. I want to see what that's like.
That dry air?
Huh?
That dry air?
Yeah, exactly.
Andre, the night before a mega fight, how do you feel? Do you sleep? A lot of athletes wake up in the morning very nervous. How's your?
I'm just ready. I have a sense of readiness. You know? That's why these periods, 8-10 weeks before a fight, this is why this is important, because if I cut any corners or I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, that's when you're gonna be reminded about that week of the fight, 3 days before the fight, the day before the fight. Man, I should have ran 6 miles, I only ran 3.
Can you sleep?
I should have ran more. But it is, you're just ready to go to work. You're talking about the same guy for 2 months. You've been training and preparing for the same person for 2 months. It's like enough with him. I'm ready to fight him. I'm ready to get it over with. So it's just a sense of readiness and just ready to go. But no throwing up.
In your absence, you were the most criticized boxer in the sport of boxing. Now you're the most talked about fighter in the sport of boxing. Is that a good feeling, or is it kind of bittersweet going through what you're going through?
I mean, it's just interesting. You know, it's just interesting. Tell you what, man, it makes you grow up, and it teaches you a lot. Just going through it, you know, it's lifelong lessons that I've gotten just in the last 2.5 years that I wouldn't have gotten if everything was going my way, if everybody spoke well about me. You know, it's brought me closer to God and strengthened my faith. And what they don't realize is they make a monster out of you. Not necessarily in the public side, but in this ring. They create something. They don't realize that they're part of the process of making you who you are. And so I don't resist it no more. I don't say nothing about it unless I feel the need to. I just let them do what they do. But they put you in a situation where your back is always against the wall, and they don't understand the mindset that creates. It creates a monster. But when you get in the ring, that poor guy you fighting, he don't realize that you were never given nothing. You were never handed anything. You were never really anybody's pick, with the exception of a few. So that's a different mentality you fight. I hit him with a good punch. It means nothing, because I can't lose tonight. They won't give me a pass. They won't make an excuse for me. So I embrace it, man. And more important to me than whether they're criticizing or not, is how do you respond, bro? That's my challenge, is how do I respond in private, and then how do I respond publicly? Because those young fighters are not only watching what I'm doing in the gym, they're watching and listening to this right here. They're looking at these videos. Because they're going to face a lot of the things that I'm facing. When they first start out, it's going to be kumbaya. But they get midway through their career, stuff starts happening, they're going to start seeing things shift and change, unfortunately. Now you start to develop character. How you going to respond to that? So I embrace it, man. It's part of my story. It's part of, what I got to go through. I'm not the first fighter to go through it, and I certainly won't be the last. I just want to make sure that when people look back, at my career, they can see the responses. They're not always the right responses, but hopefully as a whole see it and say, man, he handled that pretty good. And I just give credit to God for that, man, and the people I have around me. I get a lot of advice from, my core circle, and, my wife. I vent to her and talk to her about this stuff, but then at the end of the day, man, you got to suck it up, and you got to face the cameras, and you got to be able to respond the right way. Because it ain't always going to go your way. People not always going to say nice things about you. But how do you respond? That's the key.
Thanks, guys.
Good?
Ready?
On the lighter note, you mentioned